Coming down in 3, 2, 1. Welcome to Take Offense.
Welcome.
I'm Cody.
I'm Nick.
Don't take offense.
Take a stand.
And if you take offense,
that's probably because the MD has fucked up yet again, and it's all gone horribly wrong. And Jesus Christ! Oh, sorry. No, that was me. I ended up taking offense.
If you take offense,
it's because your conscience
is tapping you
on the shoulder. Because your ego has now gone. Well, fuck. I guess this is all.
I'm gonna hit one more light.
Another light?
Yeah, another light.
I guess we're looking for another light. Oh, yay. Now we're all lit.
Hey.
We're totally lit, bro.
Turned down for what?
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what it is. I actually found out what not freaking I don't remember. My girls were telling me some modern slang.
Vernacular. So for those of you who are new to us, because this is another kind of reboot, I guess. So this is Take Offense 12.7.
Easily.
Yeah.
We're at least at 4. Because for a long time, we did it on SoundCloud. And then we did it on Facebook. Then we went to YouTube. Then we went back to Facebook. And now we're back to YouTube. So we're actually on at least 4.
Yeah. So we start with the top 5 usually.
Ow.
And then we go through other topics. And we're going to be more prepared with our topics now anyway. Or at least I am. I don't know about him. So I'll try to keep us on track. We do go off on tangents quite often. So, but yeah, so like, the opening today.
Yeah, no.
So today's top 5 is...
Because every now and then life is like, woo! And we're just going to go with that.
So today's top 5 is our top 5. Now, when we do top 5, it's each of our top 5s.
Yeah.
So it's our top 5 fucked up comedy lines. And fucked up doesn't mean that we didn't find them funny.
Oh, no, they're hysterical.
Yeah. So you would like to start?
Sure.
Go ahead.
The hardest part about eating vegetables is not chipping your tooth on the wheelchair.
Who was that?
I don't remember.
That's really good.
Yeah, it is. It's awesome. It's an old joke from when I was in high school. But I don't remember who first said it. But yeah,
my number 5 comes from one of the raunchiest comedians out there, Rodney Carrington. You know Rodney Carrington? Redneck, Dear Penis?
Yes.
Okay. But he's talking about, he's like, it's sexy if every once in a while my wife goes out and she doesn't wear panties. It's sexy. There's nothing sexy about a woman that shows her puss all the time. It's like, hey, look at this. Fuck, put it up. We've seen it. Jesus, it looks like an old catcher's mitt.
Well, if we're going to go with pussy, then I will go with... fuck, I lost his name. Anyway, his name was... he's actually dead. Sam
Kinison.
Sam Kinison, who essentially said, was talking about pussy, and he said, Dr. Ruth, her pussy probably looks like a grilled cheese sandwich. That's been left out overnight or something like that. And it's like, it's okay if us, something about gently touch the penis. God damn! When was the last time you saw a penis? Let me guess, you suck dick on horseback. Is that true, Andy Oakley? But, yeah, so.
All right, I got to do it now since you said Sam Kinison. I go, ow, 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 ow! Say it! All right. Back to school.
Back to school.
He was the best teacher ever.
Absolutely.
Best college professor ever.
Hey, let's take it easy. He's been under a lot of pressure. Say it! Say it!
Okay, so
pussies like you are waving flags.
This one, this comedian I'm using twice, and he's become one of my favorites, and we've talked about him before, and that's Jimmy Carr. He does a bit where people text him during the show, and then he reads the text. Jesus. And one of them was me and my fiance are going to get married, and what do you think are the or what be a way to what would be a great way to make it an extra special wedding? And this isn't a line, but he said, leave her at the aisle. And but he's like, all right, who's getting married? Who's getting married? Let's put a light on him. And he sees him and he looks at him and he goes, really? You're marrying her? Really? Like, you guys can't see this, but holy shit. Like, you're punching way above your weight, mate.
Yeah.
He said, this was the line that I'm going with. He goes, ma'am, I can give you a tip, or I can put the whole thing in.
Yes.
Love that line. That's just such a great line.
The master, absolute master of wrong comedy. So I had my tongue up this chick's ass, which is the first line of the comedy routine by none other than Andrew Dice Clay.
Yep.
Because you know how boring it can be when you're online at the bank. And she's looking at me like, do I know you?
Now, see, there's a close second on opening lines, and I got to make this an honorable mention then. For opening lines of a show, close second would be, you know what they don't talk about in public anymore? Pussy farts.
Yeah.
George Carlin.
George Carlin.
All right, so my number 3 was from the roast of Pamela Anderson.
Ooh.
And it wasn't on Pamela Anderson. The roaster at the time was Greg Giraldo, rest in peace, great comedian.
Yeah.
And he said, because the person was sitting there next to Pamela Anderson, he said, how is it possible that Courtney Love looks worse than Kurt Cobain now?
Wow. That is fucked up.
Courtney Love was sitting there. I was like, dude, I had to pause it because I wouldn't have been able to hear the rest of the show because I couldn't stop cracking the fuck up.
That is brutal.
Brutal, but fuck Courtney Love.
Yeah, fuck
murdering
Courtney Love.
bitch. Anyways, all right, go ahead. You're number 3.
My number 3. I had it, and it was by Eddie Murphy. Hold on. It wasn't tell Bill to have a Coke and a smile and shut the fuck up. It was, God damn it, I lost it. By the way, Cody told me about this about 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, this was not long ago.
So we were going to do something completely different, which I was not prepared for. But
and he came up with that one.
And I came up with that one. I had a busy day at work. I had a lot of shit going on. My mother-in-law is having some health issues, and the MDs have got me totally pissed off. So,
what else is fucking new?
Yeah. Oh Jesus. And I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. So my wife just, Jesus. Anyway, what did Eddie Murphy say? Oh, you got to be careful about STDs because, you know, in the old days you could get a shot of penicillin and it would fix that right up. But now there's herpes. You carry that shit around forever, like luggage. That's kind of funny because, you know, poor bastard's got, you know, herpes. They're not happy about it, but you carry that shit around forever, like luggage. And then he goes, now there's AIDS. Kills motherfuckers. What's next? Your dick just explode when you stick it in a girl? Maybe I should get this checked out. Yeah, you think? So, Eddie Murphy's always good for that.
Hey, number 2. The problem with trying to have sex with your dead grandmother.
Gilbert
trying not to hit your head on the coffin.
There you go. There you go.
And did we talk about this? Did you hear his real voice? Have you heard his real voice? His speaking voice?
No.
Oh, dude, he talks like a normal person. Just talks like a normal person. You wouldn't expect it. Yeah, he really does.
So bizarre.
Yeah, they had a message where he called one of Howard Stern's guys to, say, hey, I am coming into the show today.
Hey, it's Gilbert Gottfried.
Yeah, hey, it's Gilbert. I'm coming in. And so Howard played it on the air. He's like, this is what Gilbert really sounds like.
That's so bizarre.
But he does impressions. He's done impressions. Like, he does some great impressions.
Oh, I'm sure.
He did one where it was like...
He does this impression of the parrot on Aladdin.
Well, no, but he did like a honeymooners thing where it's like Roger Mason was it was Roger Mason and I can't remember who else, and then but it was so good. It was really, really good. He does some really good impressions.
Okay. He just reminded me of something, so this will be my number one. Gay Mr. T. Hey boy, you look mighty fine in those tight-ass jeans. I want you to come over here and fuck me up the ass. And don't fool around and come too soon or I'll clench up my butt cheeks and rip your dick off. Dude, you...
I know, I'm sitting here smiling at this and trying not to... No, there was... Well, I can multitask, goddammit.
Yeah, nobody can.
Yeah, I can.
It's impossible.
No,
it's impossible.
I do it all the fucking time.
No, Cody screwed it up. I mean, Josh screwed it up.
So, my number one is, again, the great Jimmy Carr.
Gay Mr. T.
And I think this is one of the best visuals ever. It was he offered a chance for them to heckle him.
Yes.
And Jimmy Carr is awesome at, like, shutting down hecklers.
Unbelievable.
And so this guy, like, way up in the balcony starts talking shit, and his name was Rack. And so Jimmy's talking, and Jimmy basically breaks it down to, your mom's a whore.
Yes.
And the guy comes back with something stupid like your face is really wide or some stupid shit like that. And
that's the best.
But he goes, so he's like, he goes, yeah. And people are like, oh, when he's talking about his mom, and he's like, what? It's not like she came with him. Saturday night, this is the busiest night for her. At this point of the night, she must look like a plasterer's radio. And when you think about it, you've seen a plasterer's radio.
Everybody has. It's covered in
white.
It's covered in mud. Yeah.
Plasterer's mud just...
It's called joint compound, I think.
No. That's... never mind. That's brownies. That's brownie mix. Okay, well,
there's some things in life that are fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
In fact, we'll go back to George Carlin. George Carlin was talking about rape. And this is 30 years before all the Me Too shit and all that stuff.
Oh, God.
And so he goes, I keep getting all this crap about rape isn't funny. Rape isn't funny. Bullshit. I think rape is hilarious, and I'll prove it. Imagine Porky Pig raping Elmer Fudd.
Oh, yeah.
Damn.
Classic. All right, so that was our top 5. Those of you who are new to us, that's what kind of shit you can expect from us.
Yeah.
So
that's what we do.
If you're offended and you're still watching, you really aren't that offended.
Yeah, you're not offended.
Now, I wanted to bring up a topic. One we're both familiar with now. For those who don't know us, we love UFC.
Fighting in general.
Fighting in general,
just
yeah.
Awesome.
But we we hang out with our buddies and watch the fights, and we'll go over to a friend's house or go to a Buffalo Wild Wing or something like that. But this is about a post that Dana White put out this week.
Yes.
Of Pollyanna Viana, who is a female UFC fighter, and some jackass decided he was going to rob her. Now, if you go to the Take Offense Facebook page, you'll see it up there. It's put up on January 6th. And you'll see the devastation that is this dude's face. This was not like the end of a UFC fight at all. I mean, I've seen some people come out looking like this, but holy fucking hell, man. She beat the living shit out of this dude who thought he was going to... What is she? Was she strawweight?
I don't think so. I think she's a 135.
135, or still 135.
Yeah. So she walks around at about 150.
Yeah.
Not a big girl. Just a, probably 5'8", 5'9".
Dude, you fucked up.
Yeah, this guy got fucked up.
Fucked up. Now I'm actually wanting to look Pollyanna Viana, because who wants to bet that this jackass is going to try to sue her?
Oh, he should. Because that'll just be hilarious.
She was calm when she was fighting out the thief. Okay, so Washington Post has a story from today.
Oh.
Man who allegedly tried to rob UFC fighter learned all about rear naked chokeholds. Yeah, she's a little cutie, too. She's ATT. Yeah, she's American Top Team.
Yeah, which means she's really good.
Yeah. In one corner was a Brazilian mixed martial artist who made her USA debut last year, holding a professional record of 1-1, weighing in at 115 pounds. So she's a strawweight.
Oh, she is a strawweight.
Fighting out of Rio de Janeiro, introducing Pollyanna Viana.
She's about 130 pounds.
Yeah, her challenger, an apparent thief who didn't stand a chance fighting against Viana. 26-year-old UFC fighter told MMA Junkie that a man with a fake gun tried to steal her cell phone while she was waiting for a ride-sharing car outside her apartment in Rio de Janeiro. You will get robbed in Rio de Janeiro. Watch Brad Williams. They'll talk about that shit.
Have a fake wallet and a fake phone.
That's right. And then take a bunch of dick pics with a fake phone.
Yes.
So she said she hit him, then kicked him, then put him in a chokehold. Viana said the man had asked her what time it was, but he would not leave. Then he said, "Give me the phone. Don't try to react because I'm armed." She told him MMA Junkie. Then he put his hand over a suspected gun, but I realized it was too soft. It's not the gun he was talking about. It was really close to me. He was really close to me, so I thought, if it's a gun, he won't have time to draw it. So I stood up, threw 2 punches and a kick. He fell, then I caught him in a rear naked choke. Then I sat him down in the same place we were before and said, "Now we'll wait for the police." Viana told reporters
so she did that to his face with 2 punches.
And a kick.
She probably didn't kick him in the face, though. Holy crap.
Viana told reporters that she asked a bystander to call the authorities, she said, held down the would-be mugger until the police arrived. She said the man was arrested and that the gun turned out to be a cardboard cutout of a firearm. "I did not do it on impulse. I was calm. I knew what I was going to do, but I only did it because I knew he did not have a gun." A rear naked choke, sometimes known as king of chokes, is used in a number of fighting disciplines and is one of the most successful maneuvers used in mixed martial arts. It really is.
Around the neck.
Yep.
Slide the hand through.
Viana told the Star Online that she did not face any criminal charges after beating up the man because she's acting in self-defense. She could not immediately be reached for comment by the Washington Post. Rio Police Department were unable to confirm the individuals involved in the incident, but told CNN Sports that an attempted robbery had taken place. The criminal was found immobilized by civilians after trying to rob a person on site. A fake gun was seized on him. Following the incident, UFC President Dana White posted a picture on Twitter showing Viana on one side and what he said was the would-be mugger on the other side with blood on his face. Viana's manager, Alex Davis, joked that other robbers in Rio de Janeiro are now asking the UFC to put Viana in a fight to keep her away from them.
Get her out of Brazil.
Yeah.
She's adorable.
She is. She's a cutie.
That's so funny. That is hilarious.
That is awesome. Well done, young lady. Well done. So yeah, don't fuck with people, man. You never know.
There's actually a thing I showed my daughter because my daughter's starting to do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Because I told her, while you're in high school, you will train all 4 years, no questions asked. So when you finally go to high school, college, you'll know some stuff. Worst, minimum, you're going to be have a very good knowledge of self-defense. And so I showed her this meme, and it's a story about a Brazilian girl who comes home and grabs her brother and goes, "Oh my God, this guy tried to rape me in an alley, and I choked him unconscious, and we should go find him." And the brother's like, "Yeah, but how are we going to find him?" And she goes, "Well, I broke both his arms before I choked him unconscious." He's the one with 2 broken arms, so he's probably going to be in the hospital. Mm-hmm. And her brother's like, "Oh, okay, let's go find the guy." And whatever happened, who knows? But I was like, and I also showed her that one and said, "This is." So let's talk about a guy who gets away with it. I'm not going to say his name. It's on Take Offense. I posted it. It's about a guy. He's a billionaire, and he's a mega donor to political parties.
Why aren't you going to say his name?
Because I don't want to die.
We posted it.
I know, but they don't know I posted it.
Oh, okay, thanks.
Cody.
In that case, fuck it. His name is Ed Buck.
So this guy, Ed Buck, is so rich.
We don't have that many viewers yet.
Yeah, Ed Buck will never find out. Ed Buck is so rich, they found the second dead gay hooker in his apartment and didn't press charges. The police said it was an accidental overdose. The apartment is full of drug paraphernalia, and they let this guy go because when you have a certain amount of money, I don't know how many dead hookers it takes for the police to find in your apartment, but there is a certain level of wealth in this country where when there's a dead hooker in your apartment, you call the police for them to come clean it up.
So it's how much you're worth, right?
Sure. You're going to find out what he's worth?
Ben Affleck's net worth.
Did Ben Affleck have a dead hooker in his apartment?
Wow, he's worth $130 million.
That's not much. That's not a billionaire. That's not
no,
dead.
but no,
That's not dead hooker
No,
money.
that's Jay and Silent Bob. I have a 1047 in progress. I thought that was two unauthorized on the lot. I thought that was a 1032. No, that's disappearing a dead hooker from Ben Affleck's trailer. Oh, that Affleck.
Yeah, that's just called being famous. But this Ed Buck isn't famous. He just has a lot of money.
He is now.
So I want to be. One day I would love to be rich enough that I could have one dead hooker cleaned up from my apartment. I don't even want two dead hookers cleaned up from my apartment. I just want to be one dead hooker rich. So I'm curious, how rich is this guy? Is he two dead hookers, or is he like 4 or 5 dead hooker rich? Because I think that should be
Ed Buck's net worth. Ah, Jesus, you were talking. Ed Buck's net worth. Not Red Box. Ed Buck's. It's still saying Red Box. I'm going to have to type it in.
That's because you're from Texas. It doesn't know what the hell you're talking about.
No, bullshit, I don't have an accent. It's not showing up. It's not showing up.
Yeah, no. He's 3 dead hookers and your shit doesn't show up on the internet rich. That's how rich he is. American donor. Yeah, no. They,
Yeah, there's nothing showing his net worth.
yeah. But he also donates to Hillary Clinton and a bunch of...
She doesn't know how to cover anything up.
She just kills people. My favorite meme is this dead deer, and it said, "What did this deer know about Hillary Clinton?"
Mm-hmm.
Holy crap, dude. You're fading out. There we go. Put you back. Yeah. So, when you have a Wikipedia page that says deaths...
Yeah, death at Buck's... Deaths
Not
at
death, but deaths
Yeah, I saw
at
that.
Buck's residence. How many freaking dead hookers can you get cleaned up from your house? How freaking rich are you? What kind of influence do you have that multiple dead hookers can get cleaned up at your place?
Are you clergy?
Yeah, you got to be way high up in the clergy to get multiple hookers cleaned up at your house.
Oh, that's a good segue into this little bit here. So,
What you got?
for those of you who don't know, I am an Uber driver, and I get some interesting rides sometimes. And me and this guy were having a discussion about religion. It was a good discussion,
Oh, good.
not argument, discussion. We were both actually on the same side with things mostly. But he was talking about this girl he knows, and how they her church just doesn't really read the Old Testament. It's all about the New Testament. Excuse me.
Yeah.
And he's like, so what? like, because he brought up something about God's wrath, and she's like, well, that's Old Testament. He's like, so what? The Old Testament is like, God being a pissed off asshole, and then he's all nice and everything in the New Testament. Is that it? And I said, well, we all change after we have kids.
That's a double bump. Oh my God. That's hilarious.
I was so proud of that one.
That's a good
that line. I really was.
Did you hear about it? Was okay. So last week we didn't do a take offense. Some stuff came up on Friday and we just couldn't.
I was sick.
Oh, that's right. He was sick.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember. 3 people died last week.
Yeah.
Penny Marshall, Super Dave, and the captain from Captain.
Penny Marshall didn't die last week. Penny Marshall died like 3 weeks ago. We talked about it on the show.
Well, let me see who else. Hold on. So it was. Hold on.
Is the captain on what?
The captain and Tennille, who was they were a band.
I know who the third one was.
Who was the third one?
Mean Gene Oakland.
It was Mean Gene Oakland.
Yeah.
So these 3 people died last week. 3 of them. All of them were 76 years old.
Wow.
So when the captain and Tennille died and he was 76 too, I looked at the wife and went, that's just creepy. That's called There's Something About 76 that the universe wants us to know last week. So.
Extraterrestrials.
Extraterrestrials.
Yeah.
Dude, I love it.
That's crazy. Well, that's funny too, because
76. 3 of them.
I-
Mean Gene, Captain and Tennille, and frickin' Super Dave Osborne.
I've gotten into
crazy.
listening to podcasts, especially comedians, and I listen to Bill Burr every week, and I started at the beginning of the Burtcast with Burt Kreischer.
Burt.
And BurtBurtBurt.com. And it's funny because they're constantly bringing up Patrice O'Neill and Greg Giraldo. They do it all the time. And
dude, Burt loves Patrice O'Neill.
Well, they lived together for a month in Scotland.
Yeah. What was the one where he goes, Patrice looked at him and goes, real hate? Did you hear that one?
Yes.
He goes, yeah, there's this dude, he's like talking about Patrice. And he goes, I didn't want to tell him, but Patrice looked at me once and said, real hate. Because Patrice fucked with everybody.
Yeah, but the Burtcast has been really great. Listen, having Joey Diaz on there, Jesus fucking Christ, that fucking guy. So I don't get it. I was like, when I first came from Cuba, I was like bit by like 9 dogs. I don't know why dogs didn't like me. One of them even just walked past me and then came back to bite me.
Joey Diaz.
He's like, he was walking with his owner. He walked past me about 10 feet, turned around, and came back to bite me. It's like I was like 6 fucking years old.
I don't know. I don't remember why I did it, but for one solid month, every day, I watched Joey Diaz's Church of What's Happening Now. I listened to a whole episode because it's not very long. He doesn't do 2 hours. He does like an hour and a half, and so I just knocked it out. And he's just hilarious.
He is.
And every now and then he gets so, God damn it, he gets so stoned that he starts talking quieter and quieter and quieter, and his guests are like, Joey, speak up. And
he does it on the Burtcast too, because I'm sitting there like, and they're like, yeah, Joey, and I'm like, Joey was talking?
Yeah. He gets really, really high, and then you can't hear him talk. It's like he becomes inaudible to a microphone.
But that's something I wanted to bring up with. Something I wanted to bring up with. No, we're watching it. I was looking at some other things, and I remember because they had brought up something about Jay Moore stealing one of Bert's bits about Tracy Morgan, meeting Tracy Morgan.
Oh, he didn't steal it. He actually got permission to do it.
No, Bert said he didn't. Bert said that Jay went out and told the story somewhere, and he actually said, oh, no. He got permission to tell it, but not as his.
Yes.
And then he went on a show and said, yeah, this happened to me. And it's like Bert said, that's where it hurt me. That's where I was really hurt listening, hearing that.
Yeah.
So I went on Rogan's show, and Rogan's like, hey, tell your Tracy Morgan story. And he's like, oh, yeah, this was my story, da-da-da-da, and this happened to me, da-da-da. And he said Jay Moore called him and is like, you can't fucking do that. That's bullshit, man. Why would you do that to me? And he's like, it's not bullshit. It's my story.
It's my story.
So that made me remember Carlos Mencia. And in 2007, when Joe Rogan showed up at the Comedy Store, Carlos Mencia was on stage and proceeded to call him out for stealing people's jokes. And had Ari Shaffir there, who was like, "Yeah, dude, I was on tour with you, and you stole my fucking joke."
Yeah.
Of course, it was a joke about, even back then, in 2007, they're going to build a wall. And the joke was, well, we're going to deport all the Mexicans and we're going to build a wall. Well, who's going to fucking build it?
Yeah.
So of course, Mencia's like, why would a Jewish guy come up with a joke like that? And they're like, dude, he's the amazing racist.
Yes.
He was known at the time as the amazing racist. He had all these racist ass jokes he would do.
He showed up in like Harlem in a Ku Klux Klan outfit.
No, he wasn't wearing the outfit. He showed up in Harlem at a black-owned dry cleaner and asked them to clean his robes.
Oh, was that?
He showed up at a Japanese restaurant dressed as a geisha girl.
He was in like a Jewish area, acting like a white supremacist.
Yes.
Even though he's freaking Jewish, he was
an Orthodox Jew.
Honking.
He went picked up a bunch of Mexican guys from Home Depot and drove them to immigration. They're jumping out of the back of his truck, his moving truck.
I missed that one. That's freaking genius. Oh my god.
So he, but yeah, and then they saw Bobby Lee outside, and they're like, and he's like, and Bobby's like, hey Joe, what are you doing here? He's like, oh, I'm busting on Mensteala, stealing people's jokes. And Bobby goes, who are you talking about? Oh, you mean Ned? Yeah, Ned.
Yes.
Ned's his real name. And Bobby goes, oh yeah, he steals, and then turns and saw the camera. He goes, you guys filming this? And he goes, yeah, no big deal. And he's like, yeah, I gotta go, guys.
Ah!
Now, I saw another clip on YouTube after that because I went back and watched that. And I saw another clip on YouTube where it was, it's called Tiger Belly. It's another show that Bert Kreischer does on YouTube. And he had Bobby Lee on there. And this was in December, this last December. And he goes, yeah, I want to talk about this with you because I remember this all happening and there's some things that kind of bother me and I really wanted to know what's going on or what really happened. And, he goes, yeah, well, Joe came in and asked me about it and, I'm like, oh yeah, he steals jokes all the time. And then I saw the camera and I was like, oh man, I got to go. And he goes, because Mencia is one who got me started. Like, he's the one I was his feature for a while. He bought me a car. He took me to Honduras to meet his family. Stayed in their village for like 2 months. He goes, so it was kind of like betraying a friend.
Yeah.
He goes, and then Bert goes, so what about the rebuttal video? Because there was a video that came out the day after Joe's video came out of Bobby sitting behind the studio of Mad TV on camera saying, yeah, it was all in joking. Carlos doesn't steal stuff and da-da-da-da-da. Carlos is a great guy. He's helped me out a lot. He doesn't steal people's jokes. I would never say that. That was all in jest. I thought I was joking with a friend of mine. Da-da-da-da. And Bert goes, I remember watching that video and watching you smoking that cigarette and your hand shaking. And the look on your face was like, you did not want to say any of this. And Bobby goes, yeah, because I didn't. He's like, but the difference is when you have Carlos's big-ass brother and 3 big-ass cousins standing on the other side of that camera.
Whoa! So he's like a mob guy. He went away. I got to
2011 was his last time on stage.
His the crazy part was this. I have the first season of The Mind of Mencia at the house, and I liked it.
It was good, but man, I tell you what, dude, he even went as far as to steal a joke from Bill Cosby himself. The one of the most well-known comedy albums of all time.
You get yourself drugged and raped if you do that shit. Forget the big Mexican or the big Hondurans. That Cosby will do some damage to your butthole if you try to steal his stuff.
He did. He stole a joke from Bill Cosby. The show, for those you don't know, there's a stand-up called Bill Cosby himself. It's an album, comedy album. It's one of the greatest ever. No matter what you think of Bill Cosby now, what he's done, it's still one of the greatest comedy albums of all time. It really is. It's not like he's R. Kelly.
Did you hear about R. Kelly? No. Did you hear about him showing up later that night to like the Golden Globes and all these women standing at the fence screaming, "Take me hostage! Take me hostage!"
It's fucking sad, man. Fucking sad. But yeah, no, Amanda watched it. Amanda watched it on Lifetime. I haven't seen it yet, the R. Kelly thing, but fuck. But yeah, So yeah, that totally flipped me out hearing that Bobby Lee was like, dude, I was scared for my life. They told me that I had to tell the truth. I'm like, wow, that's fucking crazy. And from what I understand, the reason Mensteala hasn't done anything since 2011 is after that whole thing happened and everybody started getting on his ass about stealing stuff, he had to go into like fucking therapy and shit, and he was like massively depressed. And I'm like, well, yeah, you shouldn't have been stealing people's shit. You had your own fucking fault, dude. It's your own shit. I mean, yeah, and it was proven. Like, you know, they would show the two clips beside each other of the original comedian and then Ned, who wasn't even Mexican.
He's not. He's Honduran and German.
Yes, Honduran and German. Ned Hollins.
But, you know, screw Hollins.
Hollins. Hollins. Hollins. Ned Hollins. But yeah, so I just thought that was kind of crazy. Now, you said you had nothing like planned for today, right? Or for this?
Oh.
Did you have any?
I don't know. I had a couple things that I was going to
go ahead.
Oh, well, there is one thing. Did you hear that Magic Johnson is giving blood?
Oh, yeah. Why not?
Don't hemorrhage. Ever. If you have the same blood type as Magic Johnson.
No.
This is for people with AIDS.
Okay, now when you
No, seriously. Do they have like specific blood things for AIDS people, like with AIDS?
But
because Magic Johnson's got AIDS, right?
Listen, before they put that blood in for, you know, use, they test it, which is one of the reasons why I give blood so much.
Okay.
Because hey, if there's something wrong with me, they're gonna find out first.
Oh yeah, there you go.
And they're gonna call me and be like, "Hey,
I actually want to give blood. Where do you go?
Just anytime they have donation stuff."
Oh, when are you going next?
I don't know. I'll let you know.
Well, let me know.
I used to go every 8 weeks.
I have a. You got your 2 gallon thing, 3 gallon thing. I have an ex who's over 5. She was at 5 gallons like 10 years ago. She does the same thing. She was like, "This is great. I want to give blood. Yep. I haven't given blood in years. I'd love to give blood if I can. I went to England during a weird time, so I don't know if I can."
Yeah, they'll test the blood. I mean, I don't think Magic Johnson ever actually fucking had AIDS. I mean, come on. All of a sudden, it's gone.
What do you mean it's gone?
Basically, that's what they say. That's what they said. It went away. He got over it. Or it's dormant in his system.
He walked it off.
Mm-hmm.
Walk it off, Magic.
Yeah. So, basically, what the show is going to become now is us talking about fucked up shit and what we watch on TV and shit like that.
Yeah.
Which is a lot. So,
which is good, because we tried watching videos for a while, and then people got shitty about it.
Yeah.
And to be completely honest, I don't want to be fucking react-corns. I'm not putting on crazy-ass pajamas and humping Cody's leg while we watch stupid-ass videos.
We do that outside of it. Off the film.
Dude, if you go listen to all the old Take Offenses. There's one where clothes do get shed.
And not mine.
And not yours.
So, this week...
Actually, where are we? Oh, no, we're good.
Yeah. This week, there was a show that or last week actually debuted. The second show was this week, and it's called The Masked Singer. Did you watch that?
No, I have no interest.
Okay. Oh, dude, it's great.
I can't. I have a fucking wooden ear, dude. I can't tell who's singing.
Well, that's the thing is, I don't, and I couldn't fucking tell. Now, because here's what we think. So now everyone has sung now 2 episodes. There was a total of how many is there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 masked singers. Okay, there's a total of that for the season. And every episode, whoever gets voted last, voted at the bottom, has to unmask. So
they don't guess?
No, they guess, but it's not. You don't get points for guessing or anything. It's just kind of a fun show. There's no real reward for anything. Now, the judges is what they call them, are Robin Thicke, who looks and sounds exactly like his fucking father.
That's insane.
It is. It's crazy.
Is Robin Thicke passed, or is he still around? Pause.
All right, so the show is called the show I've been watching, or me and my wife watched. It's on 2 weeks now. It's called The Masked Singer.
Yes.
And it's okay. Now I read up on it just because I was like, how are they keeping this quiet?
Yeah.
You know, because it's so hard to keep anything quiet nowadays. So what happens is, now these are Grammy winners, these are professional athletes, you know, champion athletes. These are Emmy winners, Oscar winners. These are big time celebrities that people know. So what they did was they would have the celebrity not meet them at their hotel. They'd meet them at an undisclosed location, put them in a car. 7 people on the staff know who these people are. Nick Cannon, who's a host, doesn't know who these people are.
Nice.
So he said what they do was they put them in a hoodie that says, do not talk to this person. They put a reflective shield over their face. They're completely covered. You can't even see what color their skin is. They bring them into a room, and that's where they get in their costume. And they got to pick what their costume was. They built these costumes for them. And they give you clues as to who they are, which totally fucking messes you up, too, because you're sitting there like trying to figure out who the fuck this person is. So the first episode the first one was the Peacock. And the person was like, you know, they love magic, and they love being on stage. They've been on stage their whole lives. Da-da-da-da. And my first impulse was Neil Patrick Harris, because he loves magic. He's been on stage his whole life. You know, he's a child actor and the whole nine, and he's a hell of a singer, and this guy could sing. So I was thinking him, and then I was like, maybe David Copperfield. Oh, he was good friends with Michael Jackson. So I was like, maybe David Copperfield, because he was good friends with Michael Jackson. He did magic. Maybe Woody Harrelson, because Woody Harrelson can sing his ass off.
Really?
And, yeah. And he was in Now You See Me.
Now You See Me.
We also thought of possible Macaulay Culkin.
He likes magic?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And because he's trying to make a comeback too. And but then somebody on Facebook brought something up, and I was like, oh shit, that's who it fucking is. I think it's Donny Osmond. It could definitely be Donny Osmond.
He can sing a little bit.
The hippo was the other one, and the hippo was revealed that night, and that ended up being Antonio Brown from the Steelers, who can't sing. The monster, I think, could either be Marshawn Lynch, Eddie Murphy, or Lionel Richie. Just from the clues they were giving and the kind of stuff they were talking about. There's a unicorn, and we think that's either Paris Hilton or Nicole Richie, because she couldn't sing much either, but I guess people were talking about how brave she was. There's a deer, and this dude, one of the coolest costumes fucking ever. This deer costume is sick, dude. I'm pulling it up to show him. Well, I'll post it.
Pull up the deer. You just keep reading your thingies.
Well, no, the deer I'm telling you, dude. I want this costume for like fucking Hunt Club. Look at that shit.
Oh, that's a fucked up looking deer, dude.
Yeah, but so I'm like the deer. Okay. Now, he's talking about he loves to hunt, and deers are majestic creatures, and da-da-da, that's why he chose a deer. He's not a professional singer. And
well, that blows my thought.
He loves horses, and ravens better watch out.
He's a Bronco?
Peyton Manning. Colts and Broncos. Ha! That's who I think it is. He wasn't a bad singer, though, and he's a big dude. Big dude. Then there was the lion, who we think is the Kardashian. She's a member of a Hollywood royalty family, and she has a lot of sisters, and da-da-da-da. So we think it's a Kardashian. And then, so that was the first episode. Now, the next episode, there was a rabbit who also has a kick-ass costume. And he talked about, being in a group, and da-da-da-da. And, he's used to synchronized singing. So immediately I was like, NSYNC.
Yeah.
NSYNC. So I think it's JC Chazé from NSYNC. I don't think it's Timberlake, even though Timberlake would do it. Listening to the voice, it sounds more like JC. There was an alien. Can't figure out who the fuck she was. I have no goddamn clue.
An alien.
None. About who. Sexy as hell from the neck down. Just, yeah. No fucking clue who this bitch is. She also said kind of the same thing, that she was part of, she has a lot of sisters and da-da-da-da. So, I don't know. Maybe she's a Kardashian as well.
Oh, damn. Look at that butt.
Yeah. There's a poodle who was part of a musical family, but went a different route. Kind of made allusions to that she's a stand-up. and there's a bunch of rainbows and stuff. So they're saying, you know, maybe she's part of the LGBT community. So we think it's Margaret Cho. There's a B who was talking about, I've been around, now it's time for me to sing for a whole new generation. Somebody called me a queen bee, but you can also call me an empress, da-da-da-da-da. And she started singing, and I'm sitting there like, I know this fucking voice. I know this fucking voice. And then halfway through her song, I went, it's fucking Tina Turner.
No.
And then they ask her, they're like, so, you know, what have you been around since the 80s or 90s? And she goes, 50s. Tina started singing in 1958. It's either her or Dionne Warwick. But I really think it's Tina Turner. There was a Raven who was a thicker chick. Recently had a tragedy in her life. And, you know, da-da-da-da. She wasn't too bad. And I think it's either Ricky Lake or Roseanne. And then the last one, the pineapple, is the one who got revealed. And we hit that one. Because the pineapple. They show a video.
I see the pineapple.
Yeah, so they show a video, and he's like washing down this pink Cadillac, and it's got a bumper sticker on it that says "Pipe Dreams," and he's talking about, you know, he's not a singer, but, you know, he's been around forever, and da da da. He's an OG, and he's like, you know, but, you know, at one point my dreams went up in smoke. Fucking Tommy Chong.
Up in smoke.
But this show gets you.
Or he's Cheech Marin.
It was Tommy. He was revealed.
Oh, he got revealed.
Yeah. And he goes, who the hell said they thought I was Willie Nelson, man? And, oh, yeah, the host, that's right. It's Robin Thicke, Jenny McCarthy, Dr. Ken Jeong.
Yes.
Who's one of the funniest guys ever. And Nicole Scherzinger from Pussycat Dolls. And then Nick Cannon's the host. But, yeah, no, it's really good. And, dude, you're sitting there, like, fucking racking your brain, like, who the fuck is this? I mean, it's crazy. And when they get revealed, they're like, because they were saying, the closest one for Antonio Brown was, because Jenny McCarthy did say Cheech Marin, but the closest one for Antonio Brown, Robin Thicke thought it was Deion Sanders.
Oh.
So, I mean, because he's like, dude, you're up there singing, and the way you were moving, you look like you've done some touchdown dances. But yeah, no, I mean, you're sitting there just fucking racking your brain, like, God damn, who the fuck are these people? It's really, and they're people who are known. You know, they said we aren't going to get some like cheesy B-list people here. We're getting people who are known. So when they take their mask off, you're like, oh shit. And I mean, I know Amanda wasn't, you know, didn't know who Antonio Brown was really, and she's like, really, that's who they revealed? And I'm like, yeah, but I was like, Antonio Brown, he's the cover of Madden. I'm like, he's huge, and in football circles, he's fucking huge. And what was great was right after he got revealed, NFL Memes on Facebook. There's a page called NFL Memes. Put out a meme, said the Madden curse works in mysterious ways.
I was actually just thinking that because I'm like, oh my god, I was thinking he was lucky he didn't break his leg on stage.
Right?
He like trips and breaks his leg. He's
did
like, ow!
Did I ever tell you my fucked up Madden story? How Madden was
No.
Madden predicted something. So I had just gotten Madden. God, I don't even remember what year. I was still a karaoke DJ, so this was fucking years ago.
Yeah.
It was on PS2.
12?
No, PS2. 12 years ago?
12 years ago?
No, longer than that. Talon was a baby. So 15 years ago.
Oh, like a baby.
Baby, yeah. So I
because he's like 15 now.
Yeah,
Or is he
15.
15.
So I bought Madden during the preseason of football for PS2. And I took it home, and I'm playing it, and I had to work that night. It was a Saturday. So I'm playing it, and...
oh, by the way, segue. I started teaching the girls how to drive, and we're driving, and the eldest makes a fast turn, like a little too fast, and the youngest is in the back and goes, it's a thin line between confidence and stupidity.
Wow, yeah, that's your kid.
And oh yeah, and the eldest starts getting this look on her face, and I'm like, no emotions. You're driving.
Mm-hmm.
There's no such thing as emotions when you're driving. But she stopped the car. Stops the car. There are no emotions when you're driving. But she's ramping up. in park, get out. But that being said, we got to get the Saturn running because I refuse to have children who don't know how to drive a standard.
Yeah, my Saturn. Yeah,
I refuse. So the Saturn, if anything, we're gonna put it together because I'm assuming you've got the same kind of philosophy that, if anything, we'll get it running enough that the kids can learn how to drive a standard.
Yeah. So I was playing Madden at home, and I was using the Rams as normal and playing against the Falcons, and rushed in and broke Michael Vick's leg on the game. So I go to the bar that night. I'm sitting there. I had set up my equipment real fast, so I had some time. And I'm just sitting at the bar chatting with people, and I was like, I was talking about Madden. I was like, the game's great, and I was like, I broke
Vick on the cover?
Yeah. So I was like, I broke Vick's leg in the game. They're like, oh, that's funny. And some guy walks in, or some guy's like, Michael Vick broke his leg? I was like, no, I'm talking about Madden. The game, the video game. He goes, oh, okay. Then the dude walks in and goes, hey, you guys watching the game? We're like, what game? They're like, Falcons game. Michael Vick just broke his leg. Pull up the game. Sure enough, he's getting called up.
That's terrifying. Oh, my God. Madden is Madden is a freaky little oracle. That dude's hilarious. For those of you who don't know, John Madden, at one point in time, was the coach of the Raiders.
Legendary coach of the Raiders.
He won a Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. And the year he won the Super Bowl, very shortly afterwards, he had a heart attack. Mm-hmm. And his doctor took him aside and said, John, you're an amazing coach. You're awesome. You can never coach again.
Yeah.
Because you get too into it. You have to, and so he had to retire as the Raiders coach, and immediately TV stations were like, okay, so this is what we're going to do. And this was about the time telestrators were coming out. And John Madden is the quintessential telestrator.
Oh, God, yeah.
You watch him break down plays, and it was just, this guy over here, and
and breaking down plays, he was great, but other things he really wasn't that great on that. That's what I love about Frank Caliendo doing the Madden impression, is because he really took those other things that Madden was a great football coach, a great play caller, and a great analyst. But when it came to other things, he would say stuff that you're just like, what? And Frank Caliendo says, this is why Pat Summerall was always drunk. It's because of John Madden. He goes, look, he's like, was it Brett Favre lost the contact on the field? And he goes, there's a guy who puts his contact in, he can see better. If a quarterback throws the ball to the wide receiver and he catches it in the end zone, then that's a touchdown. Thanks, John. Thanks. Pat Summerall. Excuse me. Had one of the greatest play-by-play voices. Just the 15, the 10, the 5, touchdown. And it was great because when Madden the game first came out, that's who it was. It was Madden and Pat Summerall.
That's awesome.
Were on the game, and it was awesome. And then later on, it was Al Michaels. Now I don't even know who the fucking guys are on there. I don't even recognize these two guys who are on Madden right now because we have Madden 19 on PS4. Great freaking game. Oh my God, love it. And it's got so much more now. They need to go back to create mode though. They need to bring back create a team. Because I loved that on the old Madden games where you can create, you put the logos on, you pick the colors, you design the uniforms and everything, you go out and you fucking play. I loved that. I would create an entire league. You just have them replace every team in the league and then do like a fantasy draft because you can do fantasy drafts on there.
This is messed up. By the way, Michael Arnott, patient of mine, thank you very much. He went during New Year's Eve. He went and saw a Dallas Stars hockey game, and he's sending me pictures on Messenger of these Dallas Stars games, and bang, and there's a puck, and he's holding a puck. And he said, by the way, this one's yours, Doc. Brought me a puck back from Dallas for the the last game. It's New Year's Eve. How sweet is that?
That's so sweet.
This guy's awesome.
Yeah, maybe next time I'll bring you some sports memorabilia.
Well, what I was going to say is that what's messed up for hockey is when you start a new team, you get to steal people from old teams.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
you're
that's what the Knights did.
That's why they went to the frickin' Stanley Cup Finals the first year. Dude.
Awesome team, man.
Oh, my God.
That's how you build a fan base in Vegas right there, buddy. Well, you know, I was listening that you were talking about the broadcast.
Gayest opening, opening...
Music?
Not music. They did this... Entrance. They did this whole... You know, the Golden Knights defending Vegas from the invading blood. And they had a guy with a bow, and it was the biggest pile of horse shit.
Sounds like the best part of hockey ever.
Oh my God! I was like, please do not let them win.
Well, see, that's what I liked about what I think is kind of cool about Premier League soccer, which I don't watch soccer, but I was listening to the Burtcast, and they had Adam Richmond on there, who's a big soccer fan, and
FIFA.
Yeah, well, but it was Premier League. In Premier League, like every year, the bottom 3 teams get kicked out of the Premier League, and they bring 3 teams kind of from the minor leagues up.
Yeah.
Which I was like, wow, that's pretty wild. So you can keep rotating. I mean, of course, Man U's never going to leave. But yeah, I thought that was pretty wild. So now also, another show that started again this week is America's Got Talent. And this season, it's America's Got Talent, the Champions.
Oh, I heard about
which
that.
They brought back.
I don't watch that, by the
They
way.
brought back 50 acts from all of the Got Talents around the world.
Oh.
And the golden buzzer this time was they brought back Susan Boyle. You've probably heard of Susan Boyle.
I have heard of her. She's an elderly British lady.
Who, well, not that elderly. I mean, you got to think it was 11 years ago when she was on Britain's Got Talent, and now she's 57.
Oh, I thought she was 50-something when
No.
Oh, okay.
So she just looked older. She's a Scottish chick, you know.
A lot of miles. Okay.
But she sings her ass off. She really does. But what it is it's 10. Every episode's going to be 10 acts.
You like curling, right?
Yes.
Did you ever see the thing where the 2 Scottish guys
yes.
go and learn how
to
to curl from
the hot chick, the hot Scottish chick, yeah.
Oh my God.
But it's 10 acts and only 2 get to make it through. One is a golden buzzer, and the other one is voted on. They have people from each of the 50 states that vote on who the last one is. And I was so glad they voted in who I hoped they would, and it was Preacher Lawson, who's a comedian. Guy is fucking amazing. If you get a chance, YouTube Preacher Lawson. Holy shit. Preacher Lawson is fucking amazing. I don't know why this guy doesn't have a major career. He needs a sitcom. Preacher needs a fucking sitcom. This guy is so good.
I know this guy. I've seen this guy.
Really?
I'm 90% sure I've seen this guy.
He's never had much of a career. But yeah. So yeah, it was really good. I mean, they brought back Bianca Ryan, who's the first ever winner of America's Got Talent. Brought back this one dude who was a ladder act, where he bounces on these ladders, like straight ladders, and he spins them around, does all this stuff. Well, when he was on America's Got Talent, he fell and like shattered his ankle. And this dude's already in his 50s.
Oh, dear.
So they bring him back, and they're like, so we brought you back, because he's not just a ladder guy. He does Daredevil acts and stuff, too. So they're like, so you're not going to, do the ladder thing? He goes, no, I am. He's like, I haven't done it since I hurt myself, but I'm going to do it again. And fucking did it. I mean, we're talking like 25, 30-foot ladders. He's climbing up with nothing underneath him. And it's just a straight ladder. And he's climbing up them and does things in and out of them. And he did actually stood up on the top of the ladder.
Yeah, see, I just shit myself.
Oh, you do watching them.
No, I'm saying I'm not talking about climbing the ladder, dude. I mean, watching the guy, I will just shit my pants.
Oh, some of these actually do, man. Some of these actually like, fuck, man, really?
Did you ever see Suicide Squad?
No. I don't remember. I think I saw parts of it, and I was like, fuck this shit.
Okay, so there's a scene in Suicide Squad where the archaeologist is like searching through this cave, and she opens up this thing, and the witch forms behind her out of smoke. And my daughter, who thinks I'm a superhero, honest to God, goes, Daddy, what would you do? And And this was a couple of years ago, so she was like 13, and nobody else was in the house. We were watching it by ourselves. She's a huge comic fan. And she goes, "Daddy, what would you do if, you looked over your shoulder and there was this witch?" And I calmly turned and looked at her and said, "Baby, I would shit my pants." and she could not, I had to pause it because she could not stop laughing. She was curled up in a ball, just giggling. And so we were watching something a couple of weeks later, and something happened. And the wife and the youngest are to my right, and the eldest is to my left. And I turned to where the wife and the youngest couldn't see my face at whatever was going on the TV, and I mouthed the words, "Shit my pants," at the eldest, and she could not stop laughing. My wife finally pauses the TV and is like, "What are you laughing at?" And I'm like, "It's totally my fault. Don't yell at her." She could not stop. But yeah, if I watched a guy climbing a 20-foot ladder, spinning around right there, I would have to just leave. I couldn't handle that.
Yeah, it's
shit my pants.
Yeah, I mean, I was watching a video yesterday from Twitter, Joe Rogan, watching these daredevils who hang from a building with one arm and stuff. He's like, "Fuck all these videos, fuck them all."
Fuck them all. Oh my god, dude. My buddy Matt and I were drunk one night watching ESPN2 a long time ago, like 97, 98. And we're drinking wine and watching those Wipeout videos, and from back in the day on skateboards and inline skates and stuff like that. And thank God we were in a house and not an apartment, because we were screaming at the top of our lungs. We sounded like two teenage girls. It was freaking horrible. It was amazing. I had to call into work the next day because I was so hungover.
Uzair Novruzov is his name.
Uzair
Novruzov is his name. That's the guy with the ladders.
Oh.
That was Susan Boyle. Vicky Barbalak, who's another comedian. She's known for her trailer nasty. She's like, yo, it's so funny. She's like, yeah. She's like, ever since I was on America's Got Talent the last time, I've been working steadily. I've been doing a lot of shows, and I bought the trailer at the top of the hill. Now I look down over everybody. I got the best trailer in the lot.
Nice.
she's really funny. But Preacher, oh my god, dude, his bit was so fucking good. We'll have to watch it. I'll post it on the Facebooks and Instagrams and Twitters.
Yeah, I'll watch it later.
But yeah, so good. What else was there? There was something else. No, not Masked Singer. There we go. Oh yeah, watched another news show last night.
What's that?
This is one I think you would be interested in.
Okay.
The Titan Games.
Saw it.
Did you watch last night's?
I watched the first one.
Okay, I didn't watch the first one. It was on NBCSN or something like that.
Gotcha.
But the rest of them were on NBC. Oh my fucking god.
Yeah. There's no joke, dude.
No fucking joke, man. This shit. My god.
You got to be not just an athlete, but you got to be very well rounded. Because it was really funny though, because the first one they had this girl who's a fitness model, and she smoked her competition in the first whatever it was, the first thing they did, and got to the second thing, and the second person she went up against is like an Olympic power lifter, or not Olympic lifter, and this girl is stupid strong. And did they have them like drag a ball across?
Yeah, that's always in the That's always in the Mount Olympus every time.
The Mount Olympus, the weightlifter girl sort of kept up with her, and they slid down the thing to get to the ball, and the girl's like pulling the ball. The weightlifter chick grabs the chain with one hand,
the 200-pound ball,
and walks across the thing, and the girl who's the fitness model looks up like this because she's struggling, and the girl grabs it, and 4 hits just shatters through all of it.
The one last night was so great because we're talking back and forth. Now the first one is these two chicks, and they seem pretty evenly matched. Now they had a crescent like this platform. They had to climb 30 feet up it, and then run to the middle where there's this wall that's on an arm that goes like this.
Yes,
So
yes.
they had to push against each other.
Yes.
And try to push each other off this platform.
Yes.
Now, the one chick pushes it, and I mean, they're getting close. And the other chick got low, grabbed the bar, and started going back at her. So now they're going all the way back the other way. And they're both panting and huffing. And then the other chick caught her second wind and brought her all the way back to the end. I mean, it was like, it's like reverse tug of war. You're pushing instead of pulling.
Well, they did a tug of war the first one.
Oh, did they? Yeah. So, and the other chick won. Well, the fucked up thing was she said, yeah, I had all my adrenaline pumping, and I came down, and as soon as I came down, I realized that my knee was swollen. And so she couldn't compete, so the other chick got to go in her place.
Gotcha. But I like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't bring in an alternate.
But in the Mount Olympus for the men, they had one dude who was basically an all-around athlete, and the other dude was a firefighter who's actually a survivor of non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. Big motherfucker, like just ripped to shit. And I was kind of rooting for him. I liked him. So they're doing the Mount Olympus thing now. Of course, pushing down a 1,000-pound wall. The firefighter dude's like, you know, and then you got to push 450 pounds up a hill.
Yep.
So he does that, and they get to the top, and the other dude's just more agile, getting over the rolling logs. So he gets up over the rolling logs before him and starts cranking up the torch, and the other guy starts cranking up the torch, and the athletic dude's just a little bit ahead of him. But then they have to slide down a slide, jump over a wall, slide down a slide, jump over a wall, slide down a slide, jump over a wall.
Don't you dare tell me who wins.
Okay.
Because I've got it on tape.
Okay. So that was the thing. They get down to the ball. Now the athletic guy got to the ball first and starts dragging it. And then the firefighter guy's like, one arm. So, yeah, I won't tell you how it ends. But it was like, it's you never know. You look at these guys, you're like, oh, yeah, that guy's going to fucking win. And then you're like, motherfuckers get dominated. And you're just like, wow.
Yeah.
That you got, your cardio has to be up. I mean, it's hardcore, man. It's a cool ass show. Yeah. And these are real people. Like, these aren't, you know, you said Olympic powerlifter, but she also probably had something she had to go through after she was an Olympic powerlifter, right?
I don't remember. Something happened.
Because
our attitude is this: if you start crying, we hit fast forward.
Really?
Yeah.
I like to hear the stories.
I love the stories.
I like the comeback. I like the comeback story.
But it's like we watched The Biggest Loser at one point in time.
Oh, well.
And we watched like 3 seasons of it. And the first season was kind of cool. It was like people genuinely trying to lose weight and do well. Mm-hmm. And then the second season, they started crying. And we watched it. And then the third season, they started crying. And we were like, nope, we're done. You know, dude, I want to hear your story. But if you're just in it for the crying, fuck you. Come on. Man up, Dan.
That's how Tom Segura's wife said she got on Road Rules. She's like, I had a feeling they wanted me to cry, so I conjured up some tears at her audition.
Yeah, she's a comedian.
Yeah,
and freaking Pajitsky's.
Oh, she pushes legit.
She's no joke, man.
She's great.
She's this tough Polish chick, man. So if it's not time to cry, she won't cry.
No.
She only cries if like she's acting like she's crying.
But but like the one dude, the athletic dude in the final, he was basically, they didn't think he was gonna walk. He was in a car wreck.
Gotcha.
And I mean, he was in traction and shit, and just all kinds of fucked up, you know. And like I said, the other guy, the firefighter, he survived fucking cancer, and then these fucking arms are like that goddamn big.
Oh, I think the weightlifter chick, I think her sister had cancer.
Okay.
And so that was her big motivation or something like that. I don't remember. I think that was what it was.
I mean, you know,
but that's fine.
You know, I like the comeback thing, and you know, The Rock is great, and yeah, he's actually designed them.
Does he really?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yes, because one of them's a big game of kerplunk, like a giant 30-foot tall kerplunk, where you're pulling 15-foot poles out, trying to get the ball to drop.
Oh.
Yeah, but you have to climb up the pegs, and you can't fall.
Oh.
And you have to pull these 15-foot metal poles out of this thing. And then the last one's even more of a bitch because you have a 50-pound ball resting on that last pole.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he can. He talks about him design. I can definitely see him doing this kind of stuff. He's a creative dude.
He is. He's very, very creative.
Yeah. But yeah, and he's not. He's just the host. He's not even the announcer. He'll even walk down. I saw him walk down to where the guys were. He's like, "Come on, man. Come on. Come on."
Yeah.
You know, I love that. That's really cool.
Yeah. No, I had a good time. We watched the Titan games.
Yeah, that was really awesome.
We'll probably watch that one. Oh, that's perfect. I can bet Laura who's going to win.
You want to know who won?
No, that would be unfair. That's ridiculous. It's a whole lot funnier when you couldn't see our faces when we were doing this. But yeah, all right.
What in the hell is that?
My lacrosse pads.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, my son's playing a stupid ass fucking sport too. So
Yeah, lacrosse is fun.
just like it's like hockey on grass.
That's called hockey.
It's for rich kids and Yankees. Lacrosse is big up north.
Really? I thought it was a
Especially
big
like
Native
Michigan.
American thing.
Michigan and stuff.
Huh?
We're like the only area that doesn't have a lacrosse in the state.
Yeah, because we're not a rich area.
Actually, some of the a lot of the Virginia Beach schools have a lacrosse team.
I almost screwed with you last night.
What'd you do?
I was over by your house. I was actually past your house. Had a ride last night.
What time was it?
Oh God, it was like 11.
Oh no,
I was gonna
I was asleep.
throw rocks.
The,
at
the
your
wife,
window.
the wife and mother-in-law had come back from the hospital, and they were, and so I was trying to go to sleep. I was completely irritated, and I shit. You should have come by the house and knocked. There's a bottle of bourbon and a couple of shot glasses. We would have had a seat.
Then what else were we watching?
You can always tell when your adrenaline's really high when you go to bed because the alarm clock comes really fast.
The Orville came back.
Oh yeah, I have to
Great
finish
show.
the first season.
Yeah, that was so
I've got
funny.
like 3 episodes in the first season.
The new season, the first episode. We all watched the second one that came on last night, but the first episode was really good. It's a funny show, man. I mean, it
is.
By
By the way, my eldest started watching Gotham, and so I sat down and watched a couple of episodes with her.
Mm-hmm.
Jim Gordon is the worst policeman ever. Oh my God, that dude's a terrible policeman.
Why?
His procedure is awful.
Well, yeah.
He's awful.
Oh, yeah.
But all he has to do is keep his mouth shut, and he wins.
No.
That's all he has to do.
No, it's not.
all he has to do.
It's not all he has to do. There's so much more to it than that. If I got to go down, Harvey, you're going down with me. No, he's great. Come on, now Jim Gordon's fucking awesome. He gets better. He gets better. But I mean, I tell you what, the cast they picked though. I mean, Donald Logue as Harvey is genius.
Oh, he's the best one.
Donald Logue is awesome.
Best one in the whole whole series.
Oh no, I don't agree with that.
He's great,
Dude, the guy who plays Nigma. Come on,
they're close. They're like right.
Penguin.
There. Penguin's okay.
Well, Harvey Dent, they really haven't gotten much into him yet. He's still just a young hotshot.
He's just annoying.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's gonna be though.
Yeah.
Actually, I just got onto Dr. Freeze. The episode I'm watching in the middle of right now because I started from the beginning.
Yeah. Saw that one.
Jerome, who plays Joker, and then Jeremiah, his twin brother, who actually ends up being Joker, I guess. Fucking genius. Just so good. Sinus, Black Mask. Oh, you haven't gotten him yet? Sinus, Black Mask. Who's also like a multi-millionaire type dude. And freaking Sean Pertwee as Alfred. I fucking love Alfred, man.
Oh, he might be the best.
Dude, that's why he's gonna be, is it? I mean, he says, and then
he's all very proper till he goes Cockney.
Oh, when he gets pissed, I love when he gets pissed, but he has to like agree with Bruce. He's like, very well, Master Bruce. But what's he's got chops. He comes from it's in his blood. His dad was John Pertwee, who was the Bird Doctor.
Yeah.
Doctor Who. Looks just fucking like his dad. Except for, his dad had the big curly hair. But looks just fucking like him.
Yeah.
But yeah, Sean Pertwee is fucking amazing as Alfred. And they even brought in what tripped me out, because I'm watching this episode when his old army buddy comes in. Okay, did you realize who that was?
Gutting. No.
That was Patrick.
From?
Your island. You mean Ireland? Oi, she's mine.
Oh, yeah.
He's Patrick from Braveheart.
Yeah.
Who is my favorite character from Braveheart.
It's my island.
Was it? I never trusted him. He wasn't right in the head.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, but I was sitting there looking at him like, who the fuck is this guy?
Which leads to the greatest line in Braveheart. Only 2 words. The Irish.
Actually,
Longshanks looks up and goes, the Irish. Son the Irish. Arrows cost money. The dead cost nothing. And then they turn on him and he's like, the Irish.
I love James.
Loved that.
I love James Cosmos in Braveheart. I love James Cosmos in almost everything he's in, but he played Angus, Hamish's dad.
Oh, yeah.
He was also Angus in Highlander.
Yeah.
Hi, Angus pieces killed all the time. Yeah, James Cosmos.
Some men are longer than others. Oh, your mother's been talking about me again.
Yeah, I mean, he was on what, Sons of Anarchy, and he's been all kinds of stuff. James and Game of Thrones.
Well, freaking Hamish.
Brendan Gleeson.
But he was in. I was watching Edge of Tomorrow with Tom Cruise, and he was freaking in that,
dude.
But he's all clean cut, and I'm like, why does that dude look familiar? I couldn't. And then there's like
Gangs of New York.
Oh, I never saw that. Is that a good movie?
I mean, you're taking that home. I have it. Find it, son.
They look a little
Dude.
excited.
Seriously?
No, I've never seen it.
Oh my god. Okay, talk about a cast. Okay, Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yeah, I knew he was in it.
That's a cast in himself. Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah, heard about him.
Liam Neeson. Brendan Gleeson.
Liam Neeson was in it?
Cameron Diaz. Fucking John C. Reilly.
Yeah, but we talked about freaking that one movie with all the good people and it sucked. So is this...
What do you mean, Mars Attacks?
I love Mars Attacks, actually. But no, we were talking about
I know
Dick Tracy.
Oh, yeah. No. This is, dude. This has got some brutality in it. This is about the 5 points in New York during Tammany Hall times. And the Irish are pieces of shit. And they're coming off the boats and immediately being handed a gun and being sent to the Civil War. Oh yeah, you want to stay in America, you're going to have to fight. Here you go. Oh, yeah. God. And the natural Americans are sitting there throwing rocks at. Oh no, they're people they were protesting against Lincoln in New York. Get rid of the fucking darkies, get rid of the fucking Irish. Yeah, dude. Yeah, and so it was basically the 5 points was run by the gangs and the natural U.S. citizens, or the naturalists is what they call them, the natural born Americans. Who was run by Daniel Day-Lewis's character, Bill the Butcher, who was a butcher, like literal butcher.
Oh, there you go.
But he also,
That's scary.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Because, if he wants to make you go away.
He's got a pig hanging there. He's like, look, here. Those are kill shots. He loved knives. Loved fighting with a knife. Knife was more personal. Yeah. Oh, dude. It's good shit.
We have it.
Great fucking movie. Great movie.
Did you already do that?
No, I need to.
Well, I'll do it.
Steal my shit, fucker.
No, I'm not gonna. I'm just kidding. Okay, cool.
Yeah, great fucking movie. Yeah, Liam Neeson's in it. Preacher Vallon. Priest Vallon. Just so fucking. Oh yeah, I love that goddamn movie. I can't believe you haven't seen that one.
No, that's a shocker.
So
older movie then.
It is. It's been out for a while, but
2002.
yeah.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, just
Oh, I can tell you why I didn't see it. I was in
Why?
chiropractic school.
oh.
That's why I didn't see it in the theaters, because I was freaking studying my ass off.
But no, we were talking Brendan Gleeson. He was also well, he's in that. He's Mad Eye Moody. Yeah.
Love that dude. He's
Brendan
great.
Gleeson is so good. He's such a good actor. Yeah, he's done a shit ton of movies. He usually plays the really big Irishman or the really big Scotsman. Because he's really fucking big.
He's a big dude.
He is.
But that's when I recognized him in Edge of Tomorrow, because he was always sitting behind a desk, and so he like stands up and he doesn't necessarily flex, but he just makes himself bigger, and I was like, oh, I know who that is.
Yeah. Yeah.
He stood up, and I was like, oh. He's like 10 times bigger than.
I watched that Ballad of Buster Scruggs on Netflix. The first one was okay. It's a bunch of stories. On Netflix. I said Facebook. I meant Netflix.
Dude,
it's on Netflix.
Don't bring up more shit. My list is like...
No. You don't have to watch it.
long.
You don't have to watch it.
God.
You don't have to watch it. Oh, yeah. He was in Assassin's Creed. Brendan Gleeson was.
I gotta watch that movie.
It's pretty good. I dug it. Me and Hunter went and saw it in theater.
I love the guy who plays Magneto, the younger Magneto, and he was in it, I know.
Oh,
He's the assassin.
fucking what's his name?
I don't know, but he played the assassin.
I know he did. There's more than one assassin, dude.
Oh, the guy they phase back into time. Or
Michael Fassbender.
Yeah, I like him.
He's a good actor. Really is.
Dude, have you seen Split?
Not yet.
Have you seen
The trailer for the new one?
the trailer for Glass?
Yeah, I had to see
frickin'
Split first.
McAfee's all like, McElroy's all like, roar, huge, and I'm like, he's really taking this superhero thing to the next level. I gotta watch Split. Dude,
Yeah, I gotta watch Split as well. He saw it in the theater. Talented.
Well, we're gonna have to rent it and watch it together, because I watched Unbreakable. God, years ago.
Yeah, it's such a good
20
flick.
years ago.
Good flick. Have you seen Unbreakable yet?
No, but
Didn't
one
you
thing
have
I do
to?
have to say about Split, it will like trip you out.
Well,
It
that's
is
why I'm
really
gonna watch it
crazy.
with Cody. And
So
hide
will
behind him.
Unbreakable. Dude, have you seen the trailer for Glass?
Yeah.
It's the two movies. It's like the characters from both movies together.
Yeah,
Really?
it's amazing. Yeah.
So good, dude. Because Bruce Willis is like a superhero but doesn't know it.
Yeah. Yeah. No, we gotta watch Split.
Yeah,
gotta
we do.
All right, I'll freaking rent it or something.
We'll figure it
Holy
out.
shit. Yeah.
But yeah,
I want to see Glass. That's.
I do too.
Oh my
Because
God.
because Unbreakable was such a good flick and such an original
I didn't
take on superhero movie. It was.
Here's the things. I didn't realize Split was part of that arena, because you
Me
don't
neither.
find out until you're actually watching the movie, and then the very end, Willis's character comes in, but you didn't find that out in the trailer. So unless you actually freaking watch the movie,
Yeah. So
you, M. Night.
genius. Oh, yeah, that's right. It was M Night, wasn't it? Did M Night do Split too?
all of them. Yeah.
Because I
He-
never
he
seen the trailers.
vanished for like 15 years.
No, he didn't.
For M. Night Shyamalan? What has he done recently?
Are you serious?
I haven't paid
Okay,
attention.
pull that up real quick.
Yeah.
M Night Shyamalan. M Night Shyamalan has done.
Shyamalan.
Let's see.
I just pulled up the Split.
You be quiet.
fast.
Okay,
done
this is
recently?
producer, writer,
Director. Writer-director.
director. Labor of Love, Glass. Okay, Untold Shyamalan
Split.
Project. Split, which was 2016.
Okay. Well, yes, I knew about that.
The Visit, which was 2015. Which was a fucked up movie.
Never saw it.
Wayward Pines, which was a series after Earth. He did that. That was a shitty movie.
Oh, dude, I saw that but wouldn't watch it.
He did The Last Airbender.
Saw that.
The Happening, Lady in the
didn't-
Water, The Village. These were, you said he disappeared for 17 years. The Signs was in 2002, which was 17 years ago. Lady in the Water was 2006.
Oh, so he started like every 2 years doing something.
Unbreakable was 2000. Sixth Sense was 99.
Yeah. Well, before that,
Before what?
when he was doing Unbreakable, he was doing a movie a movie or two every
Like
year.
every 2 years.
Yeah.
Every 2 years
But-
he was doing a movie.
No. Well, that's in the late. That's now.
No,
But
look.
like go Sixth Sense, and then he is like boom,
Sixth
boom.
Sense, All right, no, 92, 98, 99,
Go down
2000.
more.
You can't.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah. He's not that old, dude.
Oh, I seem to remember him doing a bunch.
So Sixth Sense was 99, Unbreakable was 2000, then 2002, 2004, 2006, 2008, 2010, 2013.
Okay.
So he's steady, been working. I mean, not just that. I mean, those were just director. Writer is probably all the same. Well, no, writer, he Prime Thinger, Ludwig, Sixth Sense.
Stuart Little.
He wrote Stuart Little, which is hilarious. Unbreakable, Signs, Village, Lady in Water. He wrote all of these. Devil, which was a crazy flick too.
I guess what I did is I took a bunch of his movies and did this.
Yeah, like put them all within 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
In my
yeah,
head.
he wrote and directed all those.
I guess he's been consistent. That's weird.
Yeah. He was supposed to do.
I hated The Last Airbender, dude.
He was supposed to do Tales from the Crypt.
Oh, I do remember.
They were supposed to bring that back, and it never happened, which sucks because
My Uncle Bert was so funny. He goes, yeah, if you're in The Last Airbender world, get a gun. Dude starts doing this.
boom.
Boom! Shoot him right in the... Or, when he starts doing this, run up and stab his ass. Don't wait for him to finish doing this.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy. All right.
I think we're done. We're good.
Boom.
We will talk to you guys next week. Hey, hold on. Before you push anything, get your head out of the screen. We got to go over some shit. Down there, there's a subscribe button.
There
Hit
will
it.
be.
Down there, there's a fucking subscribe button. Don't listen to him. He doesn't know about this shit.
I'm trying to
He's
go-
old and doesn't understand technology.
Go backwards.
Right below us is a subscribe button. Hit it. Actually, it'll be over here more, but yes. There's a subscribe button right here. Hit it. Subscribe. Share this shit. Share us. We're gonna put this shit out on the Facebooks and the Instagrams and the Twitters. Share it on those. Retweet. Regram.
Instagram.
But this is all gonna be put out
Can
on
you
everything.
regram or you just like it? I think you just like it on Instagram.
Can you retweet or share on Instagram?
No, you cannot.
You can, but it won't show the whole thing. It'll only show a minute of it.
Well, no. We're not putting out the whole video.
Well, yeah.
Just a link.
Um.
Yeah, you can share.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
Well, no,
You can share on Instagram.
That share is to send to people. You can do a story and you can post a link.
Okay, just do that. Link our shit everywhere. Throw the shit out there. Be like, look, these guys are fat. Watch them, because fat people are funny. That's that, yeah. So like us, share, follow us on the Instagrams and the Twitters and the Facebooks, and
Those Twitter books.
you can follow him on Grindr and you know what Grindr is?
Dude, I didn't know what that was for a long time. I thought it was what's the torque the Sparker, the other one.
Tinder?
Tinder. I thought Tinder and Grindr were pretty much the same things because I heard a joke where this Uber guy was like, yeah, my Grindr app went off, and this lady in the back of the car said, hey, my husband plays that video game. and that's what he did, and I was like, and I didn't get it. And he had to tell me it was the gay,
That's right, I remember that.
gay Tinder. I didn't know. So I told that joke thinking, oh yeah, this chick doesn't know that her husband's cheating on her. He's cheating on her with dudes. Holy shit. Anyway, it just seems a little crazier. But
All
anyway.
right, we'll talk to you guys next week. Love you.